Looky looky at this bench that I got to make over. And right now it looks like this, but please stick to the end because I'm gonna need your help in making some big decisions. But wait, that's not the whole story. This is how it went down. I was getting a lasagna into the oven for Valentine's Eve dinner when I received a phone call from my youngest child telling me that I have to go outside because Dad got me something big for Valentine's Day, and to trust her, it's big. So I'm thinking, Jeep, Jeep! And no, it wasn't a Jeep. My husband brought me trash for Valentine's Day. Yep, this sweet thing was left out on the curb to be picked up on trash day. So I inspected it, and yeah, it had a lot of work to do with the leg broken, an arm broken, and a lot of black stuff on it. Oh, and this is my Valentine's Day gift, because yeah, I left him a message telling him that nothing says I love you more than a robot that cleans your house for you. I'm good with that. Let's get back to the makeover. I turned her over on her back and then on her side and gave her a little inspection. And I found this little guy hanging out, so I gave him a relocation. The arm and the leg were disconnected, so I started my sanding there to see what I was working with. And boy, did I have to sand a lot. I got the finish off and all this kind of black stuff that was there. I guess I'm trying not to call it mold, but it all came off really easy. And this is probably a bench that was weathered and stayed outside in the rain for a while, so I thought it best that I try to disassemble as much of it as I could, and these screws were having none of that. I mean, I tried everything. I YouTubed how to get stubborn screws out. I used elastic bands. I changed the head on the screwdriver to all different sizes and shapes. They weren't coming out. So I had to get as much of that black stuff that we're not calling mold off as I could with my sander, and I worked hard at that. Everything cleaned up pretty nicely, and what I was worried about not getting because I couldn't disassemble it, I just got by using my hands and some sandpaper and just really got deep there into the grooves and took care of it that way. Thankfully, fixing the leg was pretty straightforward. I just got as much glue as I could on the body, on the back leg, and then also on the leg itself. Let it stand for a few minutes. And then I use this really rustic, old, but amazing clamp that I got from my husband's father. Time for more sanding. And that was it. Gave it a good wipe down and dried it, getting ready for paint. I used two different stains to kind of get an eclectic look behind the paint. One was like a reddish hue of walnut and another was this Venga brown. I do wish I was more generous, I have to say. I could have gotten much more, maybe even a few layers more, and not worried so much that the wood would soak it up and I would have a hard time sanding it back. So next time, I'm going to be more generous. So after unclamping all the things that I fixed up there and making sure it was solid and sturdy, it was time for paint. I was going for like a beachy, rustic look, so I used both a real bright blue paint, and later a green paint. And this one came on really thick. And just like I said earlier with the stain, I wish I would have been more generous. Especially with the green paint, you'll see, which was much more watery. It was a chalk paint by Rust-Oleum, and I could have done 2 layers. Even though at this point you'll see at the end that I'm questioning how much green is actually left over. You'll see. Turned the chair over so that it would be easier to distress and sand, and also so I could get some more light. I sanded some of it, leaving a lot of green. I sanded some of it, leaving a lot of blue. And some of it went all the way down to either one of the stains or to bare wood, thinking I would just put some clear lacquer on that. So here where we are now, we've got this beachy kind of rustic distressed look, and I really like it. Only I still feel like it's not one composition. We've got blues, we've got greens, we've got the browns, and it's not all together. So I'm thinking either I do like a gray wash over everything, or perhaps I should dry brush with some of the stain that I had. What do you think? I'm really interested to hearing your experience and what you think I should do with it. Thanks again for sticking around till the end. Like and subscribe so we can meet here again on Raising the Grain.